Stay tuned, you guys. I'm going to show you the Cricut BrightPad, how I unbox it, and the comparison video of this one and the Huion. Also, too, in the video, you might see some flickering or lines, especially with the Huion. That's just because of how the camera picks up the light. You do not see any flickering in person at all. Just wanted to clarify that. So stay tuned. Unboxing my new Cricut BrightPad. Just got this in the mail. I ordered this one through HSN. They had a great deal. I love how Cricut takes their time in packaging. It's almost a lot like Apple products. Everything fits so tightly and nice. They even have padding here to protect it. So here's your BrightPad. It's very thin. There's your power connector. There's the back. It also has little feet here. Very lightweight. Your little booklet. And then here is your power. And then your power cable, which I love that they also included a flat power cable. So let's move this out of the way. We're also going to compare my Huion light pad that I've gotten off Amazon. But first we'll do this one. Plug it in here. So I like the little buttons here are lit up. I don't know if you can see that. I do know this is going to be kind of hard to see with my, because the BrightPad being so much light, the camera's going to try to compensate. But you can see the little buttons there. They're lit up. So let's turn it on. Very nice. It's very even lighting across it. See how far up it goes. So that's the max. That's the minimum. So I got some samples here I'm going to try. So I wanted to get something that had a lot of detail in it. So this is the coloring page I printed offline. Standard printer paper, but I do use a little bit heavier weight than your standard. Standard is 20 pound and I use 24 pound paper, so it's just a tad bit thicker. But this is your standard size, 8.5 by 11, which fits nicely on the glass. And here is another piece of just standard copper paper that I use. Like I said, it's 24 pound instead of the 20 pound. As you can see, there's really no different at all. You can see perfectly through it. You can see the small writing down here. Just fine. So now I have the Cricut 12 by 12 paper, standard paper. I believe this is like 80 pound. I'm not 100% sure on the weight, but it's a standard Cricut paper. See very well. Almost hardly any difference again with that. And then we have, this is my Canson's watercolor paper that you've seen me use a lot in my videos. This is 140 pounds. Very thick paper, probably the thickest paper I will ever use. Now in person you can still make out the lettering, but not very well. It's very cloudy, but the lines, as you can see, are perfect. Like you can still easily color or trace out with no problem whatsoever. And this is turned up to the max. Let's turn it down 1 notch. Still can see good. 2 notches. You can still see fine. 3. It's getting a little harder, but you could definitely still trace that. On the smallest one is pretty hard. In person, though, it is. You can still see it, but it is pretty hard. So the lowest setting is the hardest for the 140 pound paper. But that's still very impressive. And then I want to show you real quickly on vinyl. This might be hard to show up on the camera, but I think you can see my little design here. This is just standard vinyl, just your standard vinyl that you use to cut out. I'll try to move it up there. This is on the maximum setting, which is probably what you'll need it on when you're wanting to weed vinyl. And another thing I put a tip on for you guys is use some washi tape. Especially if your vinyl's got a little bit of a curve to it. Because washi tape's really not that sticky and it'll be perfect to hold it down. And then I have, this is the outdoor vinyl, which is white. I wanted to show you the difference on hard. And you can still see it in person. It's probably really hard for the camera to pick it up. But you definitely can still see it too in person. And the last thing I have is actually some of the glitter vinyl, which is some of the hardest stuff to weed. It's hard to see the cut lines. This one shows up amazing. Look at that. So this is definitely the best for the weeding the glitter vinyl. Also too, like the HTG vinyl would be great for this. And all that. Let's try to move this down a little bit. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. So all the way down to 3, I can still definitely see that. All right, now we're going to compare this to the one I got off of Amazon. This was $80. The one I got off Amazon was only $39 or $40, so half price. So we'll try that one now. So this is the Huion BrightPad, or LightPad, I think what they call theirs. But very thin. Also has feet on the back. Here's where you connect the power source. Practically the same size on thickness. The Cricut pad is a little thicker and is a tad bit taller than this one. But the Huion is a little bit wider. So, and the same thing with the surface. I think the surface, it is a little bit wider than the surface on the Cricut pad. So let's plug it in here. Now the Huion does not come with a power adapter. You have to plug it in to your laptop, or you can still use a little iPhone adapter, like the not iPhone, a cell phone adapter, and it'll work just fine. This has a little red light that indicates that it has power. And I already took the liberty to put little pieces of washi tape because I was playing around with it. And this one does come with a little clip, which I didn't realize actually has a little felt piece in here to help protect it from scratching the surface of your light pad. And that comes with it. So let's turn them both on here. Okay, I'm making sure the Huion's turned all the way up. So is the Cricut BrightPad. Cricut is definitely a little brighter. It's more white. This is more cool color. Hopefully you can see the difference here. But let's see if on the max settings, we already saw how this one worked. Let's try the same piece of paper. And you can see here, the Huion is bigger surface area for a light surface. And like I said, with this little clip here, is you can do that with it and click it up there. So we will start out with the standard copy paper that I use. Like I said, again, this is 24 pound. No difference. And here is the cardstock that I use, the 12 by 12. Again, you can see just fine, everything. Just making sure it's turned all the way up there. And then here's my Canson's watercolor paper. And again, you can see it. Like I said, definitely the Cricut pad is definitely brighter. At its max, it's turned all the way up. But they both work just fine. Now we will try the vinyl. So here was the standard vinyl again. And in person, it's hard to see. I mean, in person you can see it, but on the camera it's probably hard to see it on here. But you can see where to weed. But But really on standard vinyl, I mean, I've never had no problem without the light pad. It's always been the glitter vinyl. But we'll go ahead and do the regular. This is the outdoor vinyl. Let me turn the light all the way off here. You can still see the outline and everything. So, and like I said, in person, these do show up. Actually, he's upside down. So, and then here's the glitter vinyl, and it shows up the best. And like I said, I really think that's why they developed, Cricut developed these light pads, was for to do your weeding for the glitter vinyl. The glitter vinyl was a nightmare trying to, especially if you had something really intricate cut like this. So this is my personal opinion is, yes, the Cricut BrightPad is better in the sense that it is brighter than this one. But like I said, this one is half price, and you get on Amazon. If you have Prime, you get a free 2-day shipping with it. And I like this one a lot for the price point. But yes, the Cricut BrightPad is much better in the fact that it is brighter. But you do get less surface space, and they both feel like plastic. Like even the top surface, this feels like plastic to me too. So I don't know. I guess this one's definitely lighter because it's thinner. But Cricut, if you're like me, I have a problem where things have to match, like names and like that. So this matches my machine, and it's made by Cricut too. I'll probably definitely keep my Cricut light pad. I'll probably not keep them both. Like I said, this one was so cheap. It was only $39, so I mean, you can't complain about that. The other thing I do like about the Cricut light pad, BrightPad better is it has physical keys. I do like that much better than having this touch one, because this touch one, if you're putting something on, you touch it. Oh, I just shut it off. And so that's it. And it adjusts too. Like, all you do is just hold your finger down the light and adjust down. And at the lowest setting, you really can't show it, but it is still on. And just a tap, a light tap, will shut it all the way off. So you guys, my recommendations is the Cricut BrightPad is definitely brighter and works better, but slightly. I mean, for the price point, you cannot. I can't complain about the Huion. It's only $39. This is $79. They are about the exact same thickness, and they both are made of plastic. They both feel pretty close to equal on the weight. This one is a little thinner, so it does weigh a little less. The Huion does. So it really just comes down to the price. If you can afford the $79 Cricut BrightPad, then yes, I would highly recommend it. They both feel like plastic on top. But if you can't, then this is definitely a great in-between, you want to say. It works very well, and I was really impressed for just $39. It's really impressive. So thank you guys for watching, and as always, I encourage you to check out my description, and there's a lot of fun links in there, and I'll try to have links to this, and if I can find a link for the Cricut, which I'm sure I can, I'll put it in there. And if you guys like this video, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, and as always, thanks for watching, you guys. Bye.